1, Java installation for IDE. Yeah. All right. I just start from the very beginning. Before we can work on our programming, examples, projects, yeah, we need to do Java installation first. But many of you may already have Java installed, but some of you may not have it installed. So I need to start from there. Okay. All right. Yeah. First, download JDK. Yeah. So we need to use this JDK that refers to Java Development Kit. Java Development Kit. Yeah. So that is the, we call core Java. Yeah. So core Java part. Okay. Yeah. So the very fundamental basic part. Yeah. All right. To do that, it's pretty easy. Here, let me just quickly describe the procedure. First, when you bring up the search engine, you just type JDK and search it. Most likely, the first one, the first item in your search page returned should be the one. And then I just click it, Java downloads Oracle. I remember. Yeah. So a link called Java downloads Oracle. I click it, I get to this page. Okay. Yeah. So here I take the screenshot, just the main part. Yeah. Not the whole page. Okay. I scroll down a little bit, so then I take this portion. Yeah. But the default one is the Linux version, the default showing the Linux. Then I click Windows tab, I get to this Windows part. Yeah. For Mac students, you just select Mac OS part. All right. Yeah. So for Windows, so anyone, any version is fine, but if you do not have any reason, just select this installer, okay, executable file, because when you double click it, you just run this, installation software, okay, yeah. All right, so that's pretty easy. And no special things. When you download, you can just take all the default setting. All right, yeah. So you need to go through a few windows. In each window, just take the default setting. Okay, you do not need to change anything. Yeah, unless you have some special reason. Yeah. So, for example, the installation location. If you have some good reason, you can change to your preferred location. Yeah, I did that before, but recently, so I feel it's not necessary to do that. So I just take the default setting for myself. Okay. All right. Yeah. So then you just run the, installation software. All right. Yeah. So that it takes a few minutes. Another thing is, here I use the Windows case. Yeah. So another case is the installation location. Okay. Yeah. When you do this, by default, the installation location is C:\program files in window space files \, Java folder. Okay, so by default, it is stored in this folder. All right, yeah. For those students, you may already have Java installed. Yeah, so you do not need to install the most recent version. Okay, it's not necessary. Yeah, although you can if you like. Okay, yeah, but not necessary. Okay, yeah. Some students may wonder, how do I know if I have Java installed on my computer or not? Yeah. So here I just use Windows as the example. If you use the Windows machine, you just go to your C/program files folder, see if you have a Java folder. If you have a Java folder, then you can get into it and take a look. Usually, if you see there is a folder called JDK, some numbers, these numbers usually corresponds to the Java version number. Yeah. When you have that folder, then you already have Java installed. Okay? Yeah. Folder like that. You already have Java installed. So you do not need to install a newer version to save some space. Yeah. Think about it. You can see, the space is, although not too big, but still you need to use quite some space. Okay. So you do not need to install another copy. All right. All right. That's the download part and installation a little bit. Okay. All right. Next, I like to talk about a little more installation and a background for JDK. Yeah. First, related to the Java software versions, there are two concepts frequently referred in technical documents. Yeah. So let me explain a little bit. The first, JDK. Another related one, closely related one, JRE. Okay. JDK means Java Development Kit. All right. JRE, Java Runtime Environment. All right. Yeah. First, JDK, you can use, here, let me say just simple, compile Java programs. All right, yeah. JRE, you cannot use it to compile Java programs, but you can use it to run what? Run executable Java programs. So what's the executable? What do you mean? How to make Java programs executable. Okay, all right. So very simple. Usually people do it this way. First, you need to compile it, the Java program, but not enough compiled in order to make it, executable file, right? Executable, when you double click it, you can run it, right? And export it export it as a jar file, JRE. Okay, yeah, export it as a jar file. But how to export it in an IDE? Yeah. So every modern IDE has this functionality. Okay, yeah. So you just export, your compiled. You just export, a Java program or selected certain Java programs as a jar file. Yeah. Then after that, when you double click that jar file, then your computer can run it. Okay, all right. But JRE usually for Java users. Okay, user here, that means non-programmers. Okay, and the JDK for Java programmers. Okay, yeah. But what do we need? We are Java programmers, right? Yeah, we treat ourselves, we are Java programmers. So we should install JDK. Okay, all right. And then many Java software tools rely on JDK. Yeah, so here, let me talk about some software tools that rely on JDK. Yeah. Otherwise, you cannot run those software tools. Yeah. One type, IDE. Yeah. IDE, I like to use two examples, Eclipse IDE and NetBeans. So that we are using for this class. Yeah. Both Eclipse and NetBeans, they are developed by Java. So they are written in Java. Okay. Eclipse IDE, NetBeans IDE, they are written in Java. Okay. And they rely on Java to run. If you do not have JDK installed on your machine, you cannot run Eclipse and NetBeans. Okay, yeah. So that's the reason you need to make sure you have JDK installed on your machine first. If not, the installer can detect it. Installer can detect it. Detect it and give you an error message. You do not have JDK installed on your machine. Okay, then you have to do it first. Yeah. If you have it installed, the detector can find its location automatically. Okay, yeah. So you do not need to worry about it. Yeah, any default location anywhere on your computer. Yeah. So the detector installer can find it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So then after you install the JDK, then the next step, you install NetBeans. That should be, pretty smooth. Okay. All right. So let me finish my mini session number 1 right here.